Welcome everybody to another week of Midwest Days of Thunder Racing. This week we are at Phoenix, and as you can see, it is obviously a night race. Right now we're in the middle of qualifying. So far it seems that Ethan Flanagan has set the fastest time by, it looks like, I believe it's a 26:48, and he's actually a really good lap. This track is a little bit different than your typical tracks, especially with the dog leg. You're gonna see a lot of people using it. I mean, overall, it's just a really fun track if you know how to race it. Really annoying if you don't, but it's one of those things where you got to hit your marks consistently and just save your tires. But as we get into the information, it's going to be 175 laps. These drivers have zero fast repairs. They are in the Gen 6 cars. And this track is 1 mile in length. So I believe we are finishing up qualifying in about a minute. There's 3 drivers that have not qualified yet. But as I said, this track is all about consistency. It's all about hitting your marks. You miss up a mark and you really do lose a lot of momentum trying to get around these corners. So it'll be interesting to see who's able to be consistent and who can carry the momentum well enough throughout these corners. Obviously, this track has changed over the years. I believe 1 and 2 is now 3 and 4, and 3 and 4 is now 1 and 2. But it'll be really interesting to see. And like I said, that dog leg presents a lot of opportunities for 3 wide going into 1 and 2. So it'll be important to see. And another important thing about this track is paying attention to the driver in front of you. Especially on restarts, entering these turns, you got to predict when they're going to kind of start hitting the brakes and kind of hit it just slightly before. So it'll be really interesting to see if anybody kind of ran somebody. As we have just finished qualifying, let's go ahead and take a look at our grid. As we have Ethan Flanagan taking the pole in that 35. Mike Simone in the 27, qualifying second. That was actually a really good qualifying time as well. Anthony Fry in the 6, starting 3rd. Angel Hernandez in the 42, starting 4th. Alan Kewins in the 60, starting 5th. Justin Barkley in the 9, starting 6th. Steven McComas in the 70, starting 7th. Isaac Degner in the 98, starting 8th. Andrew Kolb Sr. in the 11, starting 9th. Matt Forns in the 10th, and he is starting 10th. And Derek Schimmel in the 96, starting 11th. As these fellas are starting their pace, we go ahead and get this going here. See some Mike Simone's rocking I believe that's a radioactive paint scheme. It actually looks really nice. I actually enjoy that one. But we have 11 drivers, 175 laps, as they're entering 3 and 4, getting ready to take the green flag. Green flag is out. Ethan Flanagan gonna have the preferred line entering the dog leg and dive down right away to get that little cushion, and he sure enough clears Mike Simone entering 1 and 2. Oh, everybody already going up to that high line. Ethan staying middle. I know I believe it's 1 and 2, a lot of people rogue on that high line and cut it down, and in 3 and 4 stick to that bottom line. It seems to be the preferred line. As we see Ethan Flanagan still holding the lead, Mike Simone right behind him. Anthony Fry and Angel Hernandez having a little bit of a battle. Oh, Anthony Fry loses it. Caution is out. Now that is one thing about this track is if you do try and push that car and you are on that bottom, you will see the back end get up from underneath you and cause you to, well, just like what happened to Anthony Fry, lose it and potentially hit that inside wall. Let's go ahead and take a look at that again. He's holding that bottom, and on exit just gets up from underneath you. Now it didn't seem like it was too hard of an impact, so he might be good. Let me see here when he has it parked. Oh, he is down on power. He's down to 100 because I believe these cars idle at 2,000 RPMs. So with that said, it will be a bit of an issue. This track, I mean, you could get away with a little bit of damage, but to a certain extent, just because obviously if you're down on power, you're going to be able to maintain the speed of other drivers. But overall, I mean, that's tough. And we see a good amount of drivers already coming into pit. Probably a little bit of strategy, fresher tires coming into effect, but with only 2 or 3 laps, it might take a while for him to kick in. It's just a matter of how well the other drivers can hold on to it. Now, this is a cutoff race for these drivers, and this will determine the final 4 entering the championship race next week at Homestead. So, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a good amount of these drivers be a little more aggressive and hungry to try and either pull off a win or a really good finish. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple times where you see a driver bump someone out of the way if they're holding them up. As the pace lights are out on the pace truck. Now these drivers do go on green, which does help because I do know that in officials having that pace truck go off where it does cause some issues because some people will leave right after and cause black flags. But in this case, we are good as they enter 3 and 4, getting ready to take the green flag. Ethan Flanagan leading the way. Green flag is out. And you see how everybody on the inside immediately dives to that bottom just because it's the shortest way around the tracks and gives the best opportunity for a pass right off the bat. Angel Hernandez is able to get underneath Mike Simone. Is he going to be able to complete the pass? I think the outside holds a little too much of the momentum. And sure enough, Mike Simone's able to hold off. As Mike Simone was able to send on the outside and actually make it stick. And he's to the lead. That was actually a really good move. Angel Hernandez in 3rd, starting to reel him in slightly. Justin Barkley sitting in 4th. You got Andrew Kolb and Isaac Dana having a small little battle, but Andrew Kolb able to get around. Mike Simone just set the fastest time for the race with a 26.79. Ooh, Steven. Oh, no. I saw that happening. And I believe the same thing's going to happen. Steven's just going to get loose. Tried saving it and just overcorrected. Anthony Fry and who? Alan Kewen's unfortunate victims. Oh, that's a tough break from. Now, they do have... Well, it's only about 9 laps. I wouldn't know if it'd be wise to come in and have... you might want to, depending on... Let me see here. Let me take a look at their... They have a competition caution at lap 30. And then another one at lap 100. Nah, with only 20 laps, I think you could get away with just staying out, to be honest. By the way, tonight I am on my own. As my broadcasting buddies are not here tonight, so I am alone. So if I have a little delay responding to messages, give me a chance. Now, I will say tire strategies on that will be greatly affected with the number of cars that are out there, since there are only 11 drivers and you have, I believe, 2 or 3 now that have some, I'd say, considerable amount of damage. It will play a factor, just because typically when you have a 20 or 30 car field, you go into pits and try to get off strategy, you end up way back and you're battling, you're trying to beat everybody. But here, you're only, I'd say, 2-3 rows back at most. So it allows for a lot of different plans to play in effect. As pace car lights are out, Mike Simone leading them to the green flag as they enter 3 and 4. Entering the restart zone, and green flag is out. Mike Simone able to take that inside. Is he going to be able to clear him, though? That outside, as you can see, able to carry a lot better momentum. I believe Ethan might be able to get the run off. And he did, but let's see how he does in 3 and 4. Ooh, did somebody wreck? Alan Kewen's on the inside. They stay green, though, as you still see the battle between Mike Simone and the 35 of Ethan Flanagan. They are really going at it. Angel and Matt Forens right behind them. Now, Matt Forens is on fresher tires, and that just shows that even though it was only 3 laps, how much of a difference it can be. Man, these guys are still side by side. Every corner, every lap. But I believe, Ethan's going to clear him right here. Now, like I mentioned, I believe in 1 and 2, the preferred line is the outside. If you run the inside, you kind of wear out your tires a little more. But I could be mistaken, but that's typically the line that I would run. Kind of like the line Ethan's running right now in Angel. As I see about... Ooh, is Angel... No. He's going to dive back in line. Justin Barkley and Matt Forens having a little bit of a battle. Justin Barkley on some of the freshest sets, along with Andrew Cole Sr. and Anthony Fry. Justin Barkley's been a bit on a tear. He's been pretty fast at his past few tracks that we've been going to. Now, with that said, Mike Simone back underneath Ethan Flanagan. And this is where the dog leg really comes in handy, is when you're side by side, you're able to cut the course so much if you really go against the wall. But you saw there, he kind of took a little bit more conservative. Oh, he gets loose and smacks the wall hard. Hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes. Oh, that was a big wreck. That just took out. That just took out a lot of drivers. I see Justin Buckley jump to pits. He had to tow. Take a look at Mike Simone. Oh, man. And you see it just start getting loose. Tries to save it. Hits the wall. And just nowhere to go for these drivers. That is tough. So let me see here. Who all... So Ethan is good. Angel is good. Isaac Degner is good. Andrew Cope is damaged. Anthony Fry was in a wreck earlier. I'll tell right now after they... Becky Fry over on Facebook says, "Let's go, Tony." I see Derek Schimmel did end up racing after all. So let me see here. Ethan Flanagan's going to retake the lead with Angel right behind him. Isaac Degner up to third, up 5 spots. Mike Simone has a lot of damage. Anthony Fry. He was in that wreck, and I believe he was down on power. Alan Cummins has a lot of damage. Cummins was in that wreck in a wreck as well. Andrew Cope. Man, half of the field is... I believe it's only the top 3 that don't have damage. And it's early on in this race. As everybody's catching up to the pace car. Or actually, the pace car's already out. They're getting ready to go green, but everybody's trying to fall in line real quick. Green flag is out. Ethan Flanagan gonna dive down and I believe be clear of Angel, and he is. Oh man, that was just a tough hit for Angel Hernandez on the inside. Oh, he gets loose. Oh, but he was able to hold on to it. As everybody's kind of falling in line. Ethan Flanagan just set the fastest lap time of 26.68. Mike Simone, Andrew Kolb, and Justin Buckley are still in pits. It's safe to say Angel Hernandez set the fastest time that time around with a 26.64. Anthony Fry and Alec Kuhns, considering the damage that they have, are actually holding on really well. As he head back up front. And they're starting to kind of separate themselves from Isaac, as Anthony Fry and Alan Kuhns are about to start having a little bit of a battle. Oh, Matt Ford's got loose, but man, these guys are battling a loose condition right now. And still holding on to that lead. And I mentioned about hitting your marks and how much momentum it can help you maintain. If you miss a mark, you really have to slow down. If not, you're going to hit that outside wall. As I believe we're getting close to our competition, not competition caution, our stage caution. In about a lap. And I mean, the damage is just obvious how it's affecting these drivers. As we see Anthony Fry dive it to the inside on the dog leg. Is he able to get side by side? Not quite. Angel Hernandez was really able to close the gap as you see him dive it into the dog leg. And the caution is out. That's the end of the stage. Getting as much damage fixed is going to be the biggest thing for some of these drivers. As everybody comes down pit road, we're going to take advantage of getting tires. We're going to see, I'm pretty sure, a few drivers sitting in pits to repair damage. I will say that's the benefit of having some of these stage cautions, is the fact that it gives the opportunity for some of these drivers, if they do have minor damage, to repair it and be able to get back in line. Unlike other times where it goes green the entire way, and if you're damaged, you're just gonna drop like a rock and there's no hope. overall, pretty good racing up front. It is a shame for the vast majority of these drivers to have so much damage early on, but they're going to continue to drive as this is a cutoff race, so every position does count. As Angel and others was actually able to take the lead, I believe, after the pit stops and all that. So, obviously getting a better entry and exit. The lights on the pace track are out. This track, they did update this track a while back and added, I believe, a little bit more grip to it, because I know these cars were extremely loose. So, it's actually made this track quite a lot better and actually enjoyable. So, pace track is pulling off. As Angel Hernandez leads the way. Entering the restart zone. Green flag is out. Both drivers get a really good start. Angel's going to have the preferred entry to the dog leg, cut it down, and he should be... Oh, they are still side by side. Oh, Steven McCormick into the wall. Leaders are still side by side. I wonder if Steven might have gotten scared, because I did see the 98, I believe, blinking. As Angel kind of drifts up just a bit. Gonna dive it back down. Still side by side. Now, they are on fresh tires. That's important to note. Oh, man, these guys are using every bit of track. Now, I believe Angel might be able to clear him if he has a really good exit. Not quite. Ethan is really making that middle line work. Very solid. Oh, Angel got his left sides on the apron. It's going to cost him, and Ethan's able to clear him. I will say, seeing what I'm seeing, is Ethan is hitting his marks really good. Not having too many issues. Now, I do know, I believe it's the trucks at this track. When you hit the dog, I don't know if they fixed an update or not. But if you hit the dog leg and basically merge back on track, it would give you actually a little bit of damage each time you would hit it. So, I wonder if it's still there and if it's similar for the cup cars. I see Ethan hugging that yellow line while Angel was running about a lane higher. And Isaac Degner is having connection issues. I believe he is blinking quite a bit. Matt Foran's able to recover after being involved in that wreck, and he has no hood, sitting in fourth. But I believe the main battle is going to come to Ethan and Angel, as well as Isaac, unless there is some issues, just because they have to. Ooh, seemed like Ethan got a little loose there. Angel slowly closing the gap. Oh man, this track. Oh, Matt Forns hits the wall. Able to keep it straight, so we stay green. Now, that's one thing I will say is if you miss your mark, you're gonna go up and hit a wall. Angel and Ethan still running 1 and 2. And obviously separating themselves from damaged cars of Alan Kewins, Matt Forns, and Anthony Fry. Now, while we watch this, let me go ahead and check to see So Justin Malarkey, I believe, is not going to be in the Final Four because he missed tonight's race, and that is a rule in the league. Angel Hernandez is, I want to say he secured his spot. Because what they raced at, yeah, last week was Kansas. So this is updated. So right now it's Justin Malarkey, Angel Hernandez, Anthony Fry, Ethan Flanagan, Alan Kewins, Justin A. Barkley, Derek Schimmel. Now I believe since Derek Schimmel is in here, it is considered like a, well, I don't even know if it's considered a starting part. So with Justin Malarkey out, Angel, Anthony Fry, Ethan Flanagan, and Alan Kewins, with the way it is right now, would be in. And with the way they're running, because after Alan Kewins, it's just an A. Barkley, but he is sitting in pits with, I'm pretty sure, I mean, he's done for the race, I believe. Okay, then I was correct. If it stays the way it is. Well, no, because I don't even know. I don't think anybody behind him. I think they're kind of locked in with the way the damaged cars are and everything, unless something absolutely insane happens. As we continue on our way, and we just see how Ethan Flanagan and Angel Hernandez have really just kind of started to really pull away from Isaac Degner. And the damaged cars are just, I mean, they're damaged. It's tough to maintain speed with thin cars when you're damaged to that extent, especially taking hits like they do. Angel Hernandez is really closing in on Ethan. Gets those left sides underneath that yellow again. That does free up the car. Angel's closing the gap. Is it the fact that the tires might be wearing, or is it just Angel might have found something throughout this run? Top five are currently Ethan Flanagan in first, Angel Hernandez in second, Isaac Degner in third, Alan Cummins in fourth, and Anthony Fry in fifth. Matt Forn's dropped back after hitting the wall pretty hard. And Steven McComas in seventh, and that's rounding out your top, basically your lead lap cars. And you see Angel's able to run him down for quite a bit, but then it seems like Ethan's able to pull away after a few laps as well. Oh, they are Angel using every last bit of the track there. Oh, Ethan gets loose. Able to hold onto it. Angel's able to clear him. And that's how quickly things can change. Ever so slightly loose and nearly got him. Angel taking full advantage of that mistake and really pulling away from Ethan. Now there is another stage caution coming at lap 100, and that's important to note. Angel was 4/10 faster that lap. Angel got around Ethan and he just said goodbye. I'm gonna start trying to create a gap. Now, they last pit lap 31. Stage caution comes out at 100. I'm more concerned they're not gonna be able to make it on fuel, because it is 80% fuel to go 60 laps. I'm gonna say they might have 40 to 50 laps of fuel. It'll be interesting to see. Will Kansas stay win 45? They might cut it close. Ooh. I thought I heard somebody hit the wall or something, but apparently not. Angel still running about 2/10 faster that lap. Let's see about this lap. Justin Barkley back out on track. So the good thing about this is, if something were to happen to one of the other drivers, Justin Barkley could potentially try and gain a spot, but that is a big if. Because Barkley is quite a ways back. I mean, you're talking about 18 laps down, I believe. And each lap, well, Angel just ran, yep, 2/10 faster. 33. Holy, oh, okay, yeah. It's got on SDK, it shows 9 minutes, so I did it by 2, but that's only 9 minutes behind Andrew Cole. I forgot to add the 6 behind that, so. Ooh, I think we have a wreck. Matt Forns able to get it going. Green flag stays out. Gonna take it straight to the pits. Matt Forn's having a few issues tonight, being involved in a wreck, hitting the wall, and obviously now spun out. As Angel still running every lap, it seems like he's just 2/10 faster now. That could be the tires. With Ethan having that save as he did, it could have worn out the tires just a little bit more and cost him, you know, that valuable tire saving. Now, Isaac Degner is actually running faster than both Angel and Ethan. Now, I wonder if Isaac's issue is more consistency-wise. Oh, he's getting a bit. Oh, he just. Another driver down. Oh. Now, what happened? Here, we'll go adjust it. So, what? That was. So, he did blink out. And on entry of the corner, I think he just sent it a little too hard, and Barkley didn't see him coming just because he was blinking, and then Neko just kind of finished the job. Or the connection finished the job. And there was only 2 left. But that was definitely a tough hit. Oh, who's gonna beat him out of pit road? Is it Angel? Yes, it is. So add another driver to the list of damaged. I'm generally surprised. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. That was a really tough hit for Isaac. Well, what this does is definitely changes a little bit of the strategy, because now they just got to make it to lap 100. As the lights are out on the pace truck. Now, Angel taking the outside. I wonder if it's because in the previous restarts, Ethan's been able to maintain kind of a side-by-side with him. And kind of being able to get around them through the outside as they enter the restart zone. Green flag is out. Oh, this is gonna be Angel able to stay side by side. Sure enough, I think that was Angel's plan, because he was able to get around him through the outside. Now, Justin Barkley is out on track. He will gain a few positions, but the driver he needs to worry about, if he even wants a shot at the Final Four, is Alan Kewins. But Alan Kewins is still out there with the damage and everything, and he's still running good to maintain speed. Still on the bumper of Angel. But there's only 18 laps to go before they reach the next stage. And as I said, it went from a 3-man race with clean cars to only a 2-man race. Oh, this is going to be tough. I wouldn't count out these drivers though, because if there is a late caution, strategy could play a huge factor. Man, Angel and Ethan are just so consistent. And to see Angel taking the high line in 1 and 2. You see Ethan kind of taking a little bit of a higher approach to 3 and 4. Lap times are so close. 27:18 and 27:21. I think Ethan got a little loose. Ran the exact same lap time that, wow. They are pushing each other to their limits. And as a driver, that's kind of what you want. You want somebody to keep pushing you, pushing you, pushing you. To put pressure until there's like nearly drives you insane. That's how you improve and handle situations a little bit better. Sometimes even having a faster driver is always better because you learn their line and you learn what they're doing and you mimic it, and if you're able to replicate it, it feels so awesome being out there and being able to see a way that you're driving that improved. Now these drivers, let's see, anything. Alan Kewins is in third, Anthony Fry in fourth, and Steven McComas in fifth. I will say Ethan is really setting in 3 and 4. As you see, I'm running the high line at 1 and 2. Oh, it seemed like Ethan got a little loose. It's really going to come down to if anybody's going to make a mistake or if they're going to just run consistently. Matt Florence is still in pits. You know, typically at this point, you would start seeing a little bit of a pull away from, you know, one driver or anything like that. But these guys are sticking right with each other. And you can just kind of see how different their entry seems slightly similar. But their exit was completely different. But you see there, that was a completely different entry for Ethan. He went high while Angel went mid. Angel once again a little higher while Ethan really sticks to that bottom. And it seemed like Ethan had the faster lap time there. Now Angel's gonna go high. Cut it low. Now, I believe the stage cost should be coming out next time by. And caution is out. Everybody coming down pit road. Justin Barkley already up to 8th. Ooh, it's gonna be Angel's still sitting in. Anthony Fry leading. Oh, he stayed out. Ooh, strategy maybe? Not sure what's going on with Angel, but he is. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get some inside info as to what happened. So they went about 25 laps. Now, if you're able to go another 25, 30. So based on inside info, the 42 had to jump out of the car real quick and take care of business. He's back in it, ready to go. This is interesting. So Anthony Fry stayed out. Is he coming? Okay, he's coming in. I was about to say, yet again, an off strategy call to come in or stay out and then come in. It'd be tough though. Pace car is off. And it's actually crazy that Angel's still in third. Right behind the leader. But when, like I mentioned, when there's a lot of damage and the field isn't as large as 20, 30, you're able to do stuff like that and be back in as they enter the restart zone. Green flag is out. Ethan and Angel get a really good jump. Angel decides to stay up. As green flag is out and 35 and the 42 are just back where they're at. I think here's actually for quite a bit now. It'll be interesting to see how the damage plays effect as the 42 is going to look to the outside of 35. And he's going to make it work and be side by side. He might be able to clear him on the X, and he does. Angel back up to the point. So by looking at it, there's only 4 cars on the lead lap. Now it's just a matter of how far these drivers can go. Ethan looking to the inside. Man, he really cut it down there. The outside going to be able to maintain the momentum, I believe. Yep. At this track, I feel like you really have to set them up for a pass. Because in 1 and 2, it's not really a passing area. Unless you're on the inside. I mean, in 3 and 4. In 1 and 2, you can pass, but you have to set them up. So for me, if I was them in 1 and 2, actually, they would have to start in 3 and 4. You would have to get a really solid corner, get underneath them, take the dog leg, and hope you're about, I'd say, your front wheel ahead of them. It's probably your best bet, as Eden is right against that wall. That was a really good corner. That outside just carries way too much momentum. Drivers have quite a bit to go as they're reaching lap 119. And they're still on each other's bumpers. They're still going at it. Let me go ahead and go through the field. Everybody else is kind of separated up. Justin Barkley is up to 6th place. Now we're seeing Angels start to slowly pull away. Now, I don't know if that's a tire saving thing from Ethan or a fuel saving. To go 75 laps, oh, that's gonna be, that'll be interesting, I'll say that. As the 42 is still holding on. I say we go along and kind of see the in-car view for a few laps of how he's driving this track. already. And that was a good amount of laps showing you what they're doing. And as we were showing that, the gap has increased. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's a fuel strategy by Ethan to try and save fuel, maybe if they can't make it, or what's going on. But Angel's kind of pulling away at this point and just hitting his marks and hoping for the best. Almost a 1 second lead. Running about a tenth faster, or what it seems like on the lap. You know, Anthony Fry is still running some solid lap times. I mean, his lap times were basically the same as Ethan. I believe Ethan just came into pit. Yep, that answers the question if they're going to be able to make it or not. Now, here's the thing. If I'm Angel, I would definitely come in as soon as I can. You don't want to give him such a huge lead to where by the time you catch him, your tires are done. You need those fresh tires to be able to get around him if he somehow comes on front when the cycle's over. No, that's an Angel still staying out. He's coming in this time by. Only 34 laps remain in this race. You see Ethan in the background. See here, Ethan. Coming to the restart zone. Angel exiting the pits. Ethan is going to take the lead. Now it's going to be up to Angel if he can run him down. Now there is a 3-lap difference on their tires. If I had to suspect based on officials and everything like that, I say Angel should be able to run him down. But the question becomes, is there enough time? Because 3 laps actually does make a big difference. So like I said, if I had to suspect, I think he should be able to run him down. It's just a matter of how much time he's going to have. Right there, he was almost a 10th faster. He has about 30, a little bit less than 30 laps, so it's going to be close. That time Ethan was able to run faster. Right now is going to be the time for... It's really going to matter if Ethan is very consistent and also Angel. And lap traffic, when they catch him, how they get around them. You're seeing it there, Angel. Angel's looks like he's gonna be a man on a mission. That gap is closing really quick. Since Angel has the fresher tires, he's running that bottom line. It's able to close them up really quick. Because it seems like all his progress is really coming in at 1 and 2. Seemed like Ethan had a little bit of a wiggle. Now, one thing I just realized, Steven McComas is still in the lead. If he somehow manages to save fuel, and somehow win this race, that's actually gonna be the move right there. Wait, is Steven? Steven McComas is in 8th place in points. So there, if he wins, this shakes up everything, doesn't it? That Angel is right on his bumper. He's gonna try and make. He thought better of it and stayed in line. Steven has to be saving fuel. these guys are closing the gap in quick on Steven, but will he block is a really good question. Steven is out of the playoffs? So wait a minute, who's the top 8 right now then? Because for me, with the updated standings, it shows Steven McComas in 8th. And this was after Kansas. Or is it because he missed a race? Oh, okay, so you got Barkley, Malarkey, Ethan, Angel, Derek, Allen, and Matt. Then what the heck? So is the Sim Racer hub not updated? Because for me, it showed that Matt Fornes was out of the playoffs. While we were discussing this, I just noticed that Ethan's got left front damage and Angel was able to get around him. Now they're battling with McComas. That only fit. Oh, nearly contact. With 13 laps to go, and the fact that Ethan has damage, I think Angel just has to hit his marks and he should be good here. Only 12 laps to go. And the gap is just spreading. I will say, though, if Steven actually does pull this off, that's going to be a really good run for him, considering he must have saved a lot of fuel. And Steven McComas is coming into pit, so he wasn't able to save enough. So now we go back to Angel and Ethan. We got just about 5 laps to go once they cross the line. It really is unfortunate that some of the really fast drivers got involved in a wreck and did just ruin their car at the beginning of this race. But overall, it's been, it was a battle between Ethan and Angel all race long. Got 3 laps to go, and I think as long as Angel hits his marks and nothing crazy happens, it should be his race to win. I mean, all day long it was just the Ethan and Angel show. A really solid performance from both drivers, and we should be good. As Angel comes around 1 and 2, about to head into 3 and 4. And he should be going to the white flag. Now just time to race back to it, hit his marks. Angel entering 3 and 4, coming around the corner, and sure enough, Angel Hernandez is gonna win this race. Ethan Flanagan's gonna come in second, and Alec Ewins, even though he was damaged majority of this race, I believe, he was able to recover, even though he doesn't have a front bumper. Able to put up a solid performance, and I'm pretty sure he will be in the playoffs. So congratulations to Angel on the win. Let me see if these drivers are gonna be in here. As you see Angel doing his burnouts. And we got all 3 podium finishers, so let me go ahead and bring them in. First up, we got Alan Kewins. Hello, Alan Kewins. You got a copy? This is a broadcaster in the booth. Well, you were involved in a wreck early on. You didn't have a front end for majority of the race, but you managed to pull off a really good performance and finish third. How does that feel? Now, based on all what I've been told and looking into it, I believe you, with your performance, did lock yourself into the final 4. So, what's your what are you looking forward to next week at Homestead? Oh, for sure. Now, this race was definitely interesting. Everybody was damaged except for, I believe, well, no, even at the end, I believe Ethan had a little bit of damage. Angel was the only one that finished with a clean car, I believe. Um, when you got involved in that wreck, did your mindset change to, all right, let me just stay out here, run my laps, and be consistent and avoid any more issues and hope for a really solid finish?
Try and salvage the best finish we could, and hopefully we could get lucky. And that's exactly what happened. It's not always the fastest car that wins these races. It's the one that refuses to quit, and I didn't quit tonight. So,
Oh, for sure. And obviously it paid off big time for you. Now, is there any shout outs you'd like to give?
oh yeah, my wife watches every week. My team owner Greg. You guys in the booth. I know English and Turner ain't with you tonight, but you guys do a great job up there. All the admins, Gary, Matt, Derek, all of them, all the drivers. It's a fun series to be in.
For sure. But obviously, a great race tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And good luck.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, next up, we're going to bring our second place finisher, Ethan Flanagan. Ethan Flanagan, this is the broadcaster in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Alrighty. So you and Angel were basically battling the entire race, and a lot of the drivers got involved in wrecks early on. It really was a you and him show for majority of the part.
Yeah, it was up until the end, but it, a lap car affected the outcome of the race, and that just happens. And I was a bit frustrated in the moment, but I hope it was accidental.
Oh, for sure. It's always when something like that happens, I can imagine, because you two, he did have fresher tires, but it seemed like you two were running identical times all race. One of you would run a tenth faster one lap, the other one would run a tenth faster, and it was just back and forth. Now, when you saw everybody basically get involved in the wreck or realized like you were kind of locked in as long as you finished the race where you were, did your mindset change or did it just still stay, I need to win this race?
It still stayed, I need to win this race. But I'll save that for next week.
Very good point. Speaking of next week, what are you looking forward to next week?
I'm looking forward to the track. I mean, the last time I ran that track was Xfinity back in like November, and I was actually leading on the final restart, and I was fast and I had a decent long run, but it's a different car, so what can you really say about it? I'll see how the Xfinity car is next week, and hopefully I'll see you in that race. But yeah, I have a bunch of experience at Homestead, and it's probably one of my top 3 favorite tracks besides this track. But yeah.
Well, I definitely wish you the best of luck. Now, is there any shout outs you'd like to give?
Oh, of course. My sponsors F2ER, CD Keys, Sweet Crete, and yeah, I mean they're great supporters. Uh, love them.
Well, all right, Ethan, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I look forward to seeing you next week at the championship race.
All right, I'll see you then.
Angels, the broadcaster in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All righty. So, obviously, this race was full of events. When you saw everybody get involved in the wreck, what was your mindset?
Well, I mean, at that point, hold on. Okay, my computer lagged. But at that point, obviously, it went from what 10 cars running to like what 6 or 5, and like 2 of those had damage. So it was a bunch of just. After that, it was pretty much just I knew it was gonna be me and Ethan fighting for the win towards the end.
Oh, for sure. And you two were going back and forth the entire race. I mean, one of you was faster one lap, the other one was faster the next. And if, obviously, with all the wreck cars and everything that happened, did you feel like this was a must win race for you to kind of give you momentum entering the championship race? Or had you finished second, would you have been fine with that?
I think the win was just preferable. I think either way, we knew from heading into the race, it was pretty much I was in as soon as I finished top 5. So at that point, the win was just going to be a bonus. After that, we were making it to the championship.
Well, alrighty. Now, talking about the championship, next week y'all head to Homestead. How you feel about the track?
Uh, I won obviously the Xfinity Championship last year, but that was partially because of outside reasons. But and I kind of like it. I mean, Homestead, I think I figured it out from last time, but it was also an Xfinity, so obviously Cup cars, it's a lot more downforce, less horsepower. So I'm just gonna try and practice as much as I can, no matter what.
For sure. Well, like I said, you're gonna go into Homestead with a great momentum boost off this win. Is there any shout outs you'd like to give?
Thomas, more crew chiefing, great crew chiefing tonight.
Thomas is an amazing crew chief. I haven't talked to him in a while, but as a matter of fact, I just talked to him today for a little bit. But overall, he is a great guy, and you guys over there at TMJ are awesome. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Yep, hopefully it's a championship.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, alrighty, folks, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up the interviews. It was a solid race. I mean, overall, it was just solid. What more could you ask for? We did have a lot of damaged cars, but the battle between Ethan and Angel was awesome. And with that being said, it's gonna go ahead and go down our results. Obviously, in first place, we have Angel Hernandez, who took the dub in the 42. Ethan Flanagan in the 35, finishing second. Alan Kewins in the 60, finishing third. Simon Comas in the 70, finishing fourth. Anthony Fry in the 6, finishing fifth. Justin Barkley in the 9, finishing 6th. Andrew Kolb in the 11, finishing 7th. Matt Forns in the 10, finishing 8th. Isaac Degner in the 98, finishing 9th. Mike Simone in the 27, finishing 10th. And Derek Schimmel in the 96 did not end up racing, but he is scored 11th. With that being said, folks, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this broadcast. I appreciate everybody that came in and watched. Today, it was just me on my own, but overall, it was fun. And I look forward to seeing y'all next week for the championship race. And as always, have a great day and goodbye.